Hello, my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited, and here is your weekly technical analysis of LME 3-month nickel and zinc. LME 3-month nickel. I've recently had the opportunity to attend and speak at a number of domestic and international technical analysis conferences, so I have come back today with fresh eyes on the metals market, and this is what I can see right now. In the past, the core pattern has been the late 2022 head and shoulders tops and ascending triangle patterns. You can see them disappearing away in the top left of my daily chart. They had the core influence to push prices lower, but there's been a more recent pattern that has greatly influenced the more immediate market. It is the mid-June to early August bearish shift pitchfork, highlighted in dark blue on my daily chart. Originally, I'd drawn this many weeks ago, both a bearish Andrews and a bearish shift pitchfork, as I was unsure which would influence this market. Well, it has become obvious that the bearish shift pitchfork has shown the true bearish angle of attack of this immediate market, as prices have over the last 3 weeks indeed, moved down to test the lower time, currently at 18,395. The market is currently below all the moving averages, which will act as resistances overhead. Whilst at and below the market, we have a number of congestion areas dating from 2019 and 2022, between 18,230 and 18,850, then at 17,810, and again between 16,610 to 17,095. They are supports on this current slow decline. Now, until prices break out and below the lower time, and properly, I mean by that, properly, with an absolute minimum, and this is a real minimum, of 2 consecutive closes below the time, then this bearish shift pitchfork will run the angle of attack of this market. Just be aware of false breaks on the downside still. LME 3-month zinc. This market has exited one pattern, a bear channel dating from April to mid-June, into another pattern, a shallowly rising bull channel from mid-June to mid-August, then exited that into a third pattern, a late May to mid-August bullish Andrews pitchfork, highlighted in dark blue on my daily chart, and is today testing the combination below of the lower time of this bullish Andrews pitchfork, currently at 24.37, and the slowly rising medium moving average, currently 24.34. Now, I've yet to see if this bullish Andrews pitchfork may morph into a bullish shift pitchfork, but right now I'm not too optimistic on any such new pattern running the angle of attack, especially after the good job the bullish Andrews pitchfork has recently done. In the bigger picture, though, the market has maintained its position within a very large May to August 2022 based bearish shift pitchfork. At the moment, just over the middle time, currently at 23.18, which is highlighted in purple on my daily chart. I just wish to emphasize how this bearish shift pitchfork is now well over a year old and is still working in driving prices lower, but only in the bigger picture. Next, I have for many months now spoken a lot about the March to June 2022 ascending expanding wedge pattern. This is now way up off the top of my daily chart. I've given in the past some outlandish potential targets for such a long-dated and wide pattern. The primary outlandish target for such a pattern was in the 25.45 zone. Well, this was achieved, but I've retired the potential secondary target as events and fresh patterns have overtaken this idea. Finally, I would like to point out the somewhat contradictory nature of this market in recent times, perhaps seen as indecision, but on a bigger scale than just a daily chart. You see, in the last week of September, we had a weekly key reversal up that almost made it as high as the descending long moving average, currently at 26.82. Yet the very next week, we had an immediate countering weekly key reversal down, the one that has led to the test of the lower time today. This to me has been indicative of some longer-term indecision on this market, much as the recent bullish Andrews pitchfork counters the longer-term 22 dated bearish shift pitchfork, or it seemed to, because it's being broken down through at the moment. I'd like to wait a little longer and see exactly what happens with how many closes we have below the lower time, and if or whether it becomes a false break or not.
Thank you for listening. This weekly broadcast gives the essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted both at the front and the back of this broadcast. Copyright is Eddie Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final important bit.